Okay, I'm going to show you what's the status of the IBM Memory Typewriter. It's now open, it's cleaned underneath, it's nicely on its kickstand, and it's still very dirty in many places. I removed the ribbon plate assembly here for cleaning. I'm going to turn it off now. So I have the AC motor that's starting after I managed to get things unstuck. It seems to be turning pretty nicely. The power supply, which has a huge fan that is meant to blow on the electronics in the back. I opened it for blowing air, cleaning. I measured the voltages, and it seems to be working just fine so far. So underneath the machine you have those selection magnets, and they are reacting to key presses through a fairly complicated loop, because when you press a key there's a selection that takes place as in regular Selectrics, but there's also this blue board here which contains read relays, and that's communicating the selection to the electronics through this cable going in the back, the planer in the back. And electronics then respond by activating the selection magnets and then selecting the cycle clutch magnet, which is there. And that didn't work. That was either that was not triggering a cycle, or after I tried to move it, that was triggering the cycle infinitely. And I kind of hacked this by putting some extra washers here. I don't know if it's the right fix or if it's just luck, but after doing this, selection magnets appear to trigger the cycle clutch as expected. So let's see how that works. So if I press a key and we look at the magnets here, the selection magnets, we're going to see them move a little bit. We cannot see this one move really easily, or maybe we can. Let's see. Yeah, we can kind of see it. And the machine cycles, and the ball, the element, is doing something, and the carriage is advancing. I thought that this resistor here, which looks damaged, was bad, but I took it out, I measured it, and it seems to be fine. And this is what controls the LED here, which is either an IR or a UV LED probably, because I don't see any lights. And there's a photo transistor in the back, and it's actually counting the rotations of this wheel for the escapement. That seems to work. And the relay of the cycle clutch is released properly. So it's really exciting, because it means the electronics are working to some degree at least, but I know they are working to even a bigger degree, as we'll see. So for example, I can come here and I can do code 6, which is clear. It clears the memory. And now what I can do is I can type something. For example, what I'm going to do is a 1 character, 1 return, 2 more characters, 1 return, 3 more characters, 1 return. And so then we have a pattern. Now if I go to the page start and auto here, and we look at what's happening, yeah, it replayed the same sequence that I typed, at least the same pattern. So that's incredible, because it means the memory of the machine is also working, at least to some degree, and that's really, really exciting. One thing I can show too is that there's a tape loop right here, and we can, this is a key lock which is supposed to activate the switch, but it's badly positioned, so I have to activate this by hand to enable the use of the tape loop. So it was a security feature. Now if I go here and I press the store button, I'm just going to do this. Yeah, you can see that it's blinking here, and the tape loop is going through a right cycle. Now if I come back here and I clear the memory again, I will now try to do a recall by again activating my switch here by hand and pressing the recall button. So it's blinking, tape loop is running, faster to recall. And now, let's see. I go here, I say page start. And there you go. So I got a recall from tape. And that's really, really exciting. I'm really happy about this because it means that most, if not all, the functions of the electronics in the back are working, and even the tape drive seems to be still operational. So that's really, really good. And now the next steps will be to do some more cleaning here because it's really gummy. And the carriage also advances in a little bit sluggish way at times, the carrier. So I have to do this until we can really try to print something. And of course I have to put back the ribbon carrier, the ribbon plate there. All right, that's it for now, but I'm really, really happy.